give a grandiose introduction. It's like being on Drink Champs but for professionals. And at the end of the day, we deal with business owners, New York Minute Podcast. We deal with professionals, people that have been in the industry for a period of time. And on top of that, people that I know the community can learn from. I'm a teacher, but I'm also a student. You're a teacher, but you have been a student in order to teach, right? So I'm not only honored and delighted to have you on New York Minute, but not only that, like just to work with you in general, from one business owner to another.
Yeah.
You know, and you being in the industry from cybersecurity to a lot of different multiple layers of this industry that we live in, including AI, including a data center that you're currently working on in the city of Dallas. Brother, it is an honor to have you. So I'm speaking to none other than Iron Man, aka Mr. Tony Stark, Brother Lonnie.
Glad to be here, brother. Right on.
Yeah, man. So when it comes to New York Minute Podcast, brother, it's always about having a conversation that's organic, that feels real, and it's genuine when it comes to expanding our network, and then our target audience. You already have business with a lot of different companies that I'm familiarized with based off my brother Mike has told me in our one conference call that we had, you know. But I wanted the people of New York Minute, the people that tune in, the people that potentially will invest in this company as well as you are running, what it is that we do, right? Because we do a lot of different things. I do search engine optimization. You protect the platforms that they find on that search engine.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And how long have you been doing this, bro?
So actually we started the business in 2019. I came up with the concept in 2016. Took me a little while to develop what the direction I wanted to go in with Goextele. I was actually running a logistics company at the time, so the Go brand is what I was really developing. And so I actually came out with Go Logistics in 2016, working on Goextele communication software and technology in 2016, and we actually went with the LLC in 2019.
Nice.
Yeah.
So with Goextele, when it comes to the people that you've worked with thus far, who's Goextele partnered with?
So Goextele is more or less a community partner, a business partner. We are your infrastructure partner, period. We focus on all things infrastructure, from connectivity to business development to intelligent city design, which we call Goextelligent Cities. So we address all infrastructure needs. As you were saying, digital dopamine. You know, I like that.
Yeah, man. No, I think, you know, for us, our culture is always taught dope comes from a different format, whether it be from the streets, whether it be from music, whether it be from culture, food. Dope is a universal term, but dopamine is something that comes from the nervous center, from the brain. That's a chemical release that the body receives whenever it feels that level of love, affection, or admiration.
Exactly.
So a matter of dealing with dopamine that is received on social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and all the things meta that's connected to the metaverse. I feel like why not be the digital dope dealer of the internet and social media, because we are dope.
Right.
You are dope to somebody. I am dope to somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to make sure people from all over the world, not just Dallas, Texas, but New York, Chicago, LA, Brazil, Japan, Italy, and India, which is some of my biggest followers, get to know my brother Lonnie and get to know your company.
Oh man, you know, speaking of,
it's an honor for real.
It's an honor for me too. You know,
just need to see this.
just looking at the central nervous system that you spoke of.
Yeah.
Which is what we actually provide, is the nervous system of the infrastructure, right? So when we started the company, originally we started the company as a unified communications as a service platform. And what actually happened was I saw a void area for businesses in a space of development. So when I started my business, it was like I needed all these different vendors to run my business the way I wanted to, right? So having a vendor for my email, having one for, I don't know, CRM, having one for cybersecurity. I mean, I had so much going on.
Marketing.
Right? So marketing, right? So I had so much going. I had so many fragmented vendors in one space, and I was like, how do I make this where it seems as though it's only, one, right? But it wasn't.
It all works in tandem.
It wasn't one out there like that, right? And so if it was, it had a high price point to it.
Right.
And I wanted to make that something that I could take and utilize as my own. So what I did was I brought in a lot of people to help me with the business, including my business partner, Andre Butler. Shout out Dre. I had him to come in and help me to develop the business side a little bit more in depth. I wasn't actually as astute in business as he was, but when he came in, he kind of showed me. He was like, "Hey, have you ever heard of the internet?" I was like, yeah, I've heard of the internet. He was like, "Okay, you heard of the internet. Have you ever heard of owning your own broadband solution?" I was like, I read about it. I studied on it. I thought about it. And the idea originated with another partner. He said it was too big, right? Because I had this whole big concept that derived out of providing our own, right? And so he was like, "No, it's too big. It takes too long to develop it." So I told Dre that I wanted to have like a search engine.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, let's take the idea, break it down. Once we break it down, we can get to the crux and crannies. It might take a while." He told me it might take 5 years, and it did. It took 5 years. That's why I say shout out to Dre. He knew what he was doing when he actually took me under his wing and we started developing out this company.
Right.
So in the midst of everything that we've developed, connectivity, business, and then, of course, we looked at building cities because we wanted to, bring the technology
to a space where it can actually be utilized.
Right. And we knew that underserved communities was the most, it was the best target that we could probably.
Network,
exactly.
Especially because they need it, and there's only certain companies that go out there.
Right.
Based off the towers that exist.
Right.
That is brilliant.
It really was. It really was. I mean,
he sees the vision.
The way that it happened was so dope because we looked at the way that companies were designed, so we looked at 2 million and below, right? So we knew we had a space there, 2 million and below. Businesses that had a budget 3 to 5 years, in business, so we knew we could get some monthly reoccurring costs there, right?
Which covers the overhead.
Which covers that overhead, So and then it wouldn't be coming out of our pocket. It would be,
It's just like getting a grant.
Right.
You're getting it from somewhere else.
Right.
Utilize it for something that you're building.
Exactly. And so what we did with that, we had to kind of spin it so that we could target, specific niches. Like what we looked at was the underserved versus who those underserved people were, right? So we looked at target. That's what we did. So we looked at the location, and then we looked at the people, right? And so the whole narrative behind creating a business was to be able to support families, reshape and re-imagerize the image of the black man, right? So we wanted to.
On top of that,
right,
a place where they could potentially work too,
and thrive.
A community that they could thrive on,
right?
And utilize the service.
Right, all in one, right?
Bro, that's a self-serving ecosystem.
Yeah.
And we actually mentioned that on Mr. U's episode, a coral reef.
Right.
Every city in the metroplex is a coral reef. All different types of fishes and things swimming through it. And naturally, what do they feed off of? Where do they work at? Where do they live? Where do they transport to?
Right.
And to have something in a community that actually needs it, like South Dallas, brother, I think that is more commendable than anything.
Right. Oh man, say.
Like That's what I want people to know, because that's the whole part of the show. Where can we find this business? Where can we find this ecosystem?
Right.
And the people that live out there, we both know quite often they got a lot going on, but it's like, okay, it's good to know where this is about to be in.
Right.
Because that's like knowing where a new Amazon warehouse is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a big facility. And it has a long scope when it comes to what you do, what y'all both do, and then what we do, from my brother Mike to myself. You know, why not broadcast in the community it's going to be in?
Right.
That's the whole purpose of New York Minute.
Right.
Good talk. So I appreciate you for
Oh man, it's
y'all for creating this, and then utilizing us as broadcasters and marketers to distribute that information. You know, it's important. And where can they connect with you via website, like in the future? Say, for instance, if they wanted to get in tune with you, what would be the best way to do that?
So we can be reached at my email address. My email address is CEO@Goextele. That's CEO@Goextele.com. You can visit our website at www.goextele.com. You can look on the website and see what services that we have in your area, as well as go on our business website at goebiz.com, Goexbiz.com. You can see there where we can support your business infrastructure on so many different levels. Go check us out.
Perfect. And true New York Minute fashion, my brother, I have one more question to ask you. If you were in the Marvelverse / the, anything movie related verse, what would be your superpower based off of what you do for the community and the world? I'll let you give you yours, and then I'll give you mine.
Yeah, that's a good one. And so Dre calls me like I think it's like the Hulk. So I have this David Banner / Incredible Hulk type of character where I'm super smart.
Black Goose Banner.
Right. I'm super smart in the lab, but then when it comes to being able to exercise and demonstrate my power, I'm able to do that too. So just give you a little bit of background about what it is that I do, right? So I spent 23 years driving trucks.
Oh, wow.
Right? And so that's where the 2016 came in, with me driving the trucks. Well, what I realized was, in the world of automation, I saw the world evolving from transportation to not having a driver in the seat. Right. And so I wanted to kind of like position myself to become more futuristic. I had 6 kids, and I wanted to pass them something. And in order to do that, it had to live forever. That's what my mentality was. So when I met Dre, we started out as a unified communication, developed into Goextele cities, so on and so forth. But we had to have some way to create this infrastructure mentality, this ideology, right? So here we go as a vertical infrastructure utility operator, utility being the word, right? Because technology is not going to just be a thing of the future. It's today, but it's a utility also. So. Exactly. Right. So what do I mean by that? Well, as a IT infrastructure management company, what happens is we provide infrastructure that businesses build networks and systems on.
Exactly.
So now, instead of you having to go and get these third-party affiliates that are putting fragmented providers in one space.
They're already hardwired into your network.
Right. Less vulnerability, straight up control, and we're able to drive price points down to make it more affordable for those underserved communities. So now, instead of you having to go to these name brands, we're right here in your community. We are the community, and we're community focused, community driven.
It's just like having Spectrum in your own basement.
Correct. Absolutely.
It's all Spectrum and McAfee.
Right.
You have everything protected, then you also have your own network, and you also are serving the area that you are stationed at.
Absolutely. So we provide broadband internet options. We provide IT management, cybersecurity, as well as business continuity as far as business development is concerned. And at the end of the day, we build, listen to me, we build smart cities that we deem Goextele cities. So we're not just saying that we're putting infrastructure together for the business. We're saying we're putting infrastructure in the ground for the community, right? So we upgrade water utility, We provide SMR management for small modular reactors. So we actually don't come in with our data center and pull from the grid. We put into the grid.
Oh my God.
Right. So that's the uniqueness of Goextele. We don't take away, we give.
Right.
So what can Goextele do? How can Goextele improve? What can we do for you? That's always the question. It's never about us. It's always what we can do for our community. So for us, by us, us as men, we have a position, and I want us to be able to utilize that position and reposition that image so that we can be looked at by the woman that we share that space with as the head of household. So
creating infinite generational wealth.
That's it.
It's a digital pipeline that just keeps on flowing.
It's an ecosystem that we created so that we can live forever through that pipeline.
Wow.
I think his mind is blown.
Not only that, you can see it. Imagine Tron in Dallas or in
Right.
different communities that you
Absolutely.
network in, because Tron is literally a network.
Absolutely.
Of data and computers and programs.
It's exactly
that
what it
help
is.
serve the ecosystem they exist in.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, everything is digital now. So
Everything.
to have a network within a certain community that's underserved,
Right.
but that is deserving of that network,
Right.
is essential. And on top of that, I'm grateful, super honored to have you on New York Minute.
Oh man, I'm proud to be here. I'm
and
proud.
I want this to be the first of many broadcasts.
Oh, no doubt. I want to do more. You know, I want the word to get out.
Tech mixers. We can see this
Right.
in different places.
Oh, exactly.
As the
Yes.
community is very huge in Dallas and tech. You
Yes.
know what I mean? And so we know a lot of people that I'm sure need that service. And the more people that I share this conversation with, that once everything is put into play, that will be able to actually utilize it as a utility. But then on top of that, just in terms of like, where I go from, you have Spectrum, AT&T, but there could be other networks too.
Right.
Goextele is one of those ones.
Right.
And so naturally, let's make it happen. And I appreciate you for pulling up to New York Minute Podcast.
Right. We appreciate you for having us as your guest, bro. For real.
And Dre, shout out to you for also having the vision with my brother.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Because the people that help us in our network, just like Mike James helps me, bro. Like
Who?
with you.
Mike James.
Who? Mike James. Big Mike. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's all about us as a network in Dallas and in the United States of America. If we're building generational wealth, it's not just about one builder. It's about all the builders that are connected to that.
Right, and I think that's important too. As we close, I think it's important that
Cut, or is it still rolling?
I think that
Still rolling?
Yeah, you still wrong.
Oh, okay, that was another phone.
I think that what happens is, you know, with Goextele, we can create hyper local opportunities to become in a position where we can now use those hyper local activities or opportunities and make them globally competitive. You see, so with a network like yours, exactly. Right.
There's certain cities that are literally competition to other countries.
Right.
And Dallas is fruitful for that
Right.
because it's in the state of Texas, the
Exactly.
biggest state in America.
Exactly.
you got great location.
Yes, yeah.
And think about it like this, because we got to sign off soon. I tell a lot of investors, think about the next 10 years of your life. How do you want that to look? And what do you want your life to look like in 10 years?
Right.
Based off the economy, based off the country, based off of the water levels rising. I tell a lot of people, invest. If you're going to be in America, invest in the middle of America, because that's going to be the safest place to plant your investments. You don't want to put nothing on the coast.
Right.
Because of the water levels rising.
Right.
And so with the smart city / infrastructure that could be around past the time I'm here.
100 years is what I
I'm
go.
34,
Yeah.
I want to see this at 54,
Right.
64, 74, and be like,
Yeah.
I might have had a hand in that.
Right on.
Look at us now.
Hey, that's it.
Look at what we're doing now. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But creating generational wealth is important for me, but it's important for you too.
Right on.
So any way I can facilitate that vision, man, let me do that, and I appreciate you.
Oh man, there's so much more to come. Thank you.
New York.
Right.
We out here.
Go tell that.
You heard it?